What is up, y'all? Welcome back to Raggedy Pack. Today we're back at it with Vinland Saga Season 2. We're going to be watching Episode 10. In the last episode, our boy Thorfinn, he came to terms with himself in his past and all the terrible things he has done. We saw him being lectured by both his fathers. His first father, biological, Thor's, and then his second adoptive father, Askeladd, who both had like very conflicting ideas to tell him. But the big idea that Thor's tried to instill into Thorfinn was that he doesn't have any enemies and there's no one he has to hurt. It's something we've heard multiple times, even going back from like episode 1. And I'm not sure how well you guys remember that. Did y'all like ever like was that a good reminder?
It was a good reminder, but up until that episode, I had forgotten that he said that.
Yeah, even when he repeated it in last episode, I didn't remember that he said it in the first place in season 1. That just shows you how like overcapacity my brain is. It's full of so much information. Gigabytes are getting deleted every day. There's nothing I can do about it.
It's been like a year and a half since you watched season 1, so I don't blame you. And like going into it, you just kind of watched a quick recap, and I was kind of filling in some blanks. But anyway, it was fantastic. It was a fantastic episode with a lot of good moments. Kojo, since you weren't here, what were your thoughts on it?
I love that episode with the whole like I don't know, it was kind of hell.
Yeah,
it wasn't really. Yeah, like they were confused that it was Ragnarok at first, but because the endless fighting and people love it down there, they're laughing, but
yeah, it
looked like hell. You know,
essentially,
it scared him. It scared Thorfinn half to death when he first saw it. So, not a place that he wants to be. And when he climbed up carrying all of his past victims, that was crazy. It was so good. It was a great episode, great visuals. Everything was so good about it.
Corey?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think I said the same thing when we were watching it. It kind of did look like hell. There was a thought that I had, I don't know, it was like a couple days later. I was thinking about the episode. I think it was something to do with Thor's, but I forgot exactly what it was. But I might remember it, and if I do at any point, I'll bring it up in outro. If I don't, then I guess it's lost. One of those things that got deleted from my mind. But I don't know, it was great seeing Askeladd again. Great seeing Bjorn. It was nice that Einar was able to, fight very well, because in the past we've seen that man. Yeah, he just was not like that. Now he obviously is. His crops getting stole just turned him into a different type of beast.
Yeah.
So we didn't get to see any of Thorgil last episode. I expect to be seeing him very soon again.
Yeah. I think one of my favorite parts about the last episode was just there's so much like imagery. Like I think my favorite was like besides Thorfinn carrying himself, like all his carrying the burden of all of his past victims up the cliff. It was Thor's. It was when he was talking to Thor's, how both of them had body like hands reaching out, like grabbing them, and Thor stayed up while Thorfinn got pulled down. And when me and Corey were talking about it, it was basically like Thor's had already pulled himself up and reached the point. He had already reached the point to where Thorfinn is now. And yeah, I think going back to the idea, like going back to Thor's, when he was talking to Thorfinn in the dream, he was talking about like how he regretted not being able to teach Thorfinn more, and how he didn't want this life for him. But I think the ideals Thor's was trying to instill, I feel like even if he did have more time with Thorfinn, he wouldn't be able to understand their true meaning until experiencing what he's had. I'm not sure. Do y'all kind of see what I'm going with?
Yeah, I agree. He just had to. It's something you can't just teach by word of mouth. You gotta go through it yourself to really grasp the gravity of it. And I remembered, by the way, what I was thinking about.
Oh yeah,
and I don't think it's this deep, or this makes sense, but I want to bring it up anyway. So I remember how we were talking about how Thor's had the sheep and he was a shepherd or whatever in the dream. So I was thinking, you know how Thorfinn essentially went down to what we called hell, or kind of looked like hell, and you had Askeladd there. He could kind of represent the devil in a way. I think we talked about that last week. But in the Bible, there's a verse that says, "The Lord is my shepherd," or at least that's half the verse. And that made me think, like, Thor's is kind of, it goes hand in hand with him kind of being the opposite of Askeladd. He's like the god to Askeladd's devil. He's a shepherd. He's good, and Askeladd is bad.
I mean, yeah, I mean that makes sense. And like, I guess the whole location, like, of
in a pretty green pasture at first.
Yeah, like there are fields of wheat, and I think sometimes heaven is kind of represented like as golden fields of wheat. I think so. I mean, it's that's definitely seems intentional, just to play off like how they're kind of just like they're just complete opposites of each other. But that is pretty cool. But yeah, episode ended off with Thorfinn making an oath that he never wants to hurt someone, I guess needlessly again. With that being said, that's a pretty bold claim.
It is.
So, and it's something that we know how this show goes. It's going to be challenged.
Definitely.
So, like, what do you think like happens from here?
He goes the Batman route.
Okay.
Like, you can still. I mean, did he say kill or did he say harm?
So it would be more so like harm.
Ooh, okay. So just complete pacifist, even in self-defense.
I would say self-defense is justified. Kind of the conclusion me and Corey came with is basically, instead of like fighting unprovoked, which, while the farmhands, I think we all agree, deserved to get beat the fuck up. In that situation, Thorfinn struck first. And there was actually a comment that I really liked. Even though the guy had a broken jaw, the one that Thorfinn punched, but the main point of that scene, and the main point, like, where that Thorfinn was kind of torn up about him falling to his anger again, is like, if Thorfinn had anything else, like a weapon of some sort, like even like a tool, that man would be dead.
Yeah.
And Thorfinn would would have murdered someone again. So I don't like, it's not like complete pacifist that he might. I don't think he's gonna like now raise his hands again. It's gonna kind of following in Thor's footsteps, where he'd fight to protect, but he'd avoid. It would be a last resort type deal.
Okay. Yeah, I could 100% see that.
But yeah, I mean, it's last episode. I'm not. I can already tell I'm not like. I can tell I'm not like speaking my thoughts as eloquently as I wanted. But it was just probably one of my favorite points in the manga. Just this complete turnaround with Thorfinn and him just kind of like coming to terms with his past. It's just an amazing sequence, and the adaptation did it. Like it was amazing. Is the best way I can put it.
It was stunning, because we've kind of had a slow season so far, and seeing, literal hell was jarring for sure. Also, in terms of where this episode picks up at, wasn't Thorgil in there when what's his face was passing judgment on him and saying like, oh, we're gonna get him off, like they're gonna get off free this time. I forget his name.
He might have been. Oh, Kettle.
Thank you.
He might have been there. I don't fully remember, but it seems like it's a situation where, like, I mean, Kettle just kind of he wants to just brush it under the rug and forget about it.
Yeah.
Both sides, I guess, kind of harmed each other. So just, don't do it again type deal. Don't let this happen again.
Mm-hmm.
I got you.
Which, I mean, is pretty, it makes sense for Kettle. He's not very confrontational. He wants to avoid conflict. So, yeah. With that being said, is there anything else we want to go into?
I'm ready.
Yeah,
all right.
I think I'm good.
All right. So, before we get into it, if you like our content, please consider dropping a like and subscribing, and check our other videos if you want to. We have a lot of series on the channel, some of which you might enjoy. Check out our Patreon as well if you want exclusive access, full-length reactions to all videos, including this one, and early access of some series we have up on the channel right now. Besides that, check out our socials, check out our Discord, come talk to us, have a good time. With that being said, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
All right. This episode is called Cursed Head.
Whose head is cursed?
I have no idea.
That
Whoever
water
gets
looks
hit by
really
Thorfinn.
fucking good.
Yeah, does look pretty good.
It's so beautiful. They have not
Yeah.
been pillaged yet. They're long
No.
overdue. Corey's been
It
calling
looks-
it since episode 1.
Yeah. So it looks like winter has come or has left and now it's around spring.
His
'Cause
hair's
it's
longer.
really green.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
definitely
time has
getting older.
passed. God damn, both them jacks. That farm life.
Einar is literally a tank. That's unbelievable.
Look at that tree shake, man. Let's go.
Okay.
The
They
last
cleared the
tree.
entire field.
It's
just in
done.
time for spring. They're gonna
Yeah,
have
the
mad
stumps up.
crops. They're so happy.
3
3
years.
years.
以上かかっ
That's
たか
crazy.
Okay.
この土地が全部俺たちのものだったらな
Alright, so it's been longer than I
そこ
remember.
が奴隷のやりきれないとこだなこの開墾地の次の収穫分で俺たちの自由が買い戻せるってさ
Okay.
Oh shit.
いくらか釣りも来るらしい、エイナルはどうするんだ自由になったら
That's a very good question.
Yeah, do they just stay? Or
国
I
に
don't
帰
know.
っても家族はもういねえしやれやれ妙なもんだないざ自由が目前に迫ってくるとこのざまだ
That's true. You kind of been stuck in this life for so long. What else do you do now?
yeah, like the first thought's just gonna be
やってみたい
staying
ことは
here. But
Yeah.
世の中から戦争と奴隷をなくすことはできないもんかな
that's a lot to ask.
Gonna have to become king for that.
It's not possible.
よくやったぞ、二人とも。
Looks like Omar has a little facial hair now.
この土地は種まきまでに整地でき
I
そう
wonder
か
if he's gotten any better with the sword.
急げば多分
Probably not.
種まきが済み次第、お前たち二人
Wow.
は自由の
Oh
身だ
shit.
Don't even have to wait for it. Wow.
よく頑張ったな、トルフィン。
I mean, these two have probably like their
They've
their
made him so much
efficiency
money.
is much better than probably anyone else on the farm.
Yeah.
うん。
All right.
ところでお前たち、横断名を知らんか
If
腰
it's
に
been
は
a few
Spherical
years,
is gone.
そうか。やはり畑だったか
well,
も
like
しれない
not gone, gone.
Right, right.
な。
Not,
お前たちで
yeah.
もよい。
But if it's
He's
been 3
looking for
years, he's pretty old
伝え
now.
てくれ。
Right.
わしはハラルド王陛下の
Jelling, that's where the king
Oh.
is.
の王宮へ行ってくるとな。だがまあ、 種まきまでには戻る
He's got the new drip.
それまでに
Yeah.
成長を済ませておきなさい
That looks so bad, man. It looks so bad. I did like his belt, though. I'm not gonna lie. His belt buckle.
Well,
It's kind of drippy.
そうだ
it looked like a skull.
お
Yeah.
前たち自由身分になったらこのままわしのところで奉公する気はないか
Nah.
お前たちのような働き者なら歓迎だ考えておきなさい
Oh man, like what else do you do? I mean, yeah. If it's all you know, sure.
And
But they got a lot
Arnheid's
more
still
to give.
there, and we know
That's true.
Einar isn't gonna
They ain't
leave.
leaving. What is going on right now?
I don't know. We're back at
sailing.
war.
Oh my god. What is this?
I don't know. There's shields on the boat, though. It's
They're
wartime.
Vikings.
Yeah. Who is this?
Your Majesty.
Majesty.
Oh, this is the King of Jelling. Wait, no,
I
this
recognize
is
this head.
No.
That's got to be
This is-
Canute then.
Yeah. Yeah. He's
What?
sleeping.
Oh,
3 years,
he looks
bro.
like a manly man now. Don't know how else to say it.
That's awesome.
That was quite the opening for him.
It was. It really was. I wonder if we're gonna switch to his point of view for a bit.
Well, they're both him and Kettle are in gelling right now.
Right.
ハラルド陛下のご体調思わしくございま
Brother's
せん
not doing well.
この一月はさらに病が進み今はすでに
So who takes over if he dies?
Yeah. Didn't Canute poison a king earlier too?
He poisoned 2 kings earlier.
So is he above poisoning his brother?
That's the big question. Those eyes don't make me feel good.
Flashback time. Skill issue.
It's crazy to think that man never grew into his skull. I need to see Harold, even if he is sick. Gonna be the older brother.
Yeah. Yeah, he's wearing like a lot of clothing.
Yeah, what is it for? Just protection armor? Like it's a little overprotective.
Yeah. Well, Ragnar is definitely overprotected. So his brother seems like a good guy from his
He
perspective.
does. Would he poison him? I don't know. If he's poisoning his brother, Canute's going down as evil for me.
Whoa, that's the cursed head.
Oh,
That's his brother, isn't it?
No, no
that
way.
was his father.
Oh, he saw the head, yeah. What's his dad's name again? The king?
Swain.
King Swain.
Man's fighting his demons.
Me and Thorfinn already fought his.
Yeah.
スベンの2人の息子たちは
Okay, let's hear about
Sure.
it.
それぞれに半島を継承
Okay,
していた
okay.
兄ハラルドは大艦隊を貸与するなど
Okay, so good
積極
brother.
的に
Good
彼を
good
支
bond.
援していた
Yes, very supportive.
クヌートのイングランド王即位
Oh
後
boy.
間もなくハラルドは
Oh.
病に倒
Shortly
れ
after.
るハラルドに着手はいなかった
Girls has no air. I feel like they're baiting us, man. It's too easy to think that Canute's doing this.
I mean, how far will his ambition take him?
My gosh.
急なんですもの。驚いちゃった。
I mean, the narrator even said that man had no air. He made it a point
Yeah.
to say that. I don't know.
Ooh.
Oh, he's very ill.
He's on his deathbed right now.
Yeah.
ハラルド兄様。クヌート
He's
兄様
not
が
old,
お
so
願い
he's
してくださ
100%
ったの
being
よ。
poisoned.
お分かりになるかしら。
That looks like Swain a little bit.
Yeah. Definitely with the facial hair.
そなたに
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
I mean, who else? He has no heir.
If this man smile.
Oh.
Hell no. Hell no, bro. Hell no. Oh, Canute's evil, man.
よくもそ知らぬ顔でそんな嘘がつけるものだ。
Jesus.
His dead father's head is talking to him.
兄様
Yeah.
It's cursed.
自身が毒を持った相手
Okay.
We have confirmation that he poisoned his
茶
brother.
番だな。
Jeez,
それで
man.
お前は一体何を成し遂げるというのだ。
That is ridiculous,
ハラルド
man.
はそなたに好意的であった。それが呪いだ。王冠の呪いなのだ。世の倍苦しむことになろう。
Little view into the future there.
Elden Ring? Yo, this visual is crazy.
Is that the Earth Tree?
It looked like Elden Ring, man.
That's the DLC,
mean-
bro.
The World Tree and like
Eat yourself.
yeah.
兄様もご病気なの
Man, that was really cool.
So, Canute isn't as well put together as we thought.
No,
He
he's
definitely
evil.
has some, and also kind of losing it with his dead fathers.
He
Yeah.
looks cool though.
He looks cool. That's what matters. Yeah.
The drip is spectacular. Actually, not really. I'm not gonna lie.
It's pretty basic, but maybe he's more like incognito right now.
Yeah, I probably.
You want to show up to your brother being sick at bedside, all dripped out, like you're ready to take over right now.
Yeah.
それはどこのものか。
はどこと申しますと
He's paranoid.
Crazy.
He don't
Yeah.
want to get poisoned himself.
喉は渇いていない。
Mm.
毒を恐れるわ。
Ooh.
自身が毒を用いるからよ。
Yeah.
のく
Wow, he is actually losing it.
That is so
真
creepy.
昼のお出ましとは、王が二人いてはいずれ災いの元となる。ハラルド王の死は必要なのです。
Wow.
So he's willing to go that far.
なかなかどうして
To avoid a war that he's built in his head.
考え方を
Yeah.
するようになったではないか。
His brother, who seemed supportive of him.
Yeah.
仲良しましょうぞ。
Brings a whole dynamic,
呪われたも
whole
の
new dynamic to Canute's character. Talking to
Yeah.
his dead dad. Lousy throw, Jit. Punch him.
Harold deserved better.
Agreed.
Yeah.
すまんクヌート
Damn, man.
続きはまただ
I feel like Harold would have absolutely ran all over Canute in actual like war tactics too.
In his prime, not poisoned.
Yeah. Like he seems like a really good person.
Yeah. Kind of fucked up.
Oh. Yeah.
俺や
I hate Canute so much.
Yeah, it's
I hate him so much.
very tough to accept, especially when they're interweaving it with like this imagery of him as an innocent
Mhm.
kid.
He's like more than innocent. He's like super encouraging of his younger brother, like nurturing,
Yeah.
さあ殿下
saying exactly the right stuff that he needs to hear.
Mm-hmm.
ハグなるできるの
こんなものか。どうということはない。
He's completely alone.
Yeah, it's not
Yep.
like he's in the throne room making orders.
Right.
So
That is very interesting.
Canute's
finally got
ambition
Canute.
will take him as far as killing his killing his own brother.
Hmm.
I know. Like patricide is like, or regicide. Patricide is killing your dad. Regicide is killing like the king. What is killing your sibling called?
Brother side.
Brother side.
I don't know.
Sibling side.
Herald side.
I got no
Harold
idea.
Poison side.
Homicide.
Homicide.
Got no idea. Damn, man. I did not think I was going to hate Canute this much this season. It took me one episode to despise this man.
Oh, he poisoned like their last remaining like lords and potential heirs to the throne in England. All right, we're all for that, man. Poison his own brother? No, too far. But I mean, in his head, which is very twisted, since he's seeing his deceased father's corpse speaking to him.
Mm-hmm.
This is all justified. It's for him to build his utopia. So it's showing that he won't stop at any length to achieve that if he's willing to kill his own brother.
Thorfinn has a similar ambition, because we heard him this episode say, do you think it's possible to have a world without war or slavery?
Right.
That's very true. So
Canute
we have like
compared to Thorfinn.
I don't know, man. What if Canute offers Thorfinn a drink? He doesn't know.
You seem
That's
thirsty.
a bummer. That's a bummer.
I see you've been working out in the fields, ripping up them trees, planting them crops.
Well,
like you
ice
need
cold lemonade.
He's gonna open the lemonade stand.
Oh my gosh!
But that is a good point. Basically, we have kind of a setup with Canute and Thorfinn, who, by completely opposite means, or like very different means and very different characterization moments, are trying, or like seem like they want to achieve the same goal, and to create a certain type of utopia. So, yeah, I mean, what do you think happens now?
There's going to be war.
There's going to be war.
Not just on the farm. That's like a little skirmish. There's going to be like war between countries. It's going to be like World War Zero.
I mean, I guess it depends, like how like if Canute wants to create a utopia, like how far is it meant to reach?
I think the world,
like,
right? It's not just going to be England or like the surrounding areas.
This is
Didn't
like,
they say the North Sea or something like that? King of the North Sea.
So a lot of like the Norse country. I mean, also England as well. Like, so a lot of those North Atlantic countries.
Hey man, if he captures that, I mean, what's stopping his ambition from spreading even further? He's willing to poison his own brother.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
I mean,
like if he captures a good chunk of the world, why stop there if he has the means to push on?
I mean, it's like year 1000 something, and I don't know how much he can do in a single lifetime.
And he doesn't trust anyone else. You think he's ever going to have a kid?
I mean, that's a good question. Like, it just like will he have a kid? I mean, for his ambition, yeah, he needs an heir. He needs power. So I mean, it won't be direct. So, but I could see him fathering a child and just kind of raising him as an heir, completely, right, like as like almost a carbon copy or some shit. But I mean, Canute has ambitions that, I mean, almost seem too big to accomplish in his lifetime. He has a limited amount of time. But I mean, if it's just going to stretch as far as England and Denmark, and that's enough, he has enough power to where no other country can like mess with him, then I mean, I guess he can just control what territory he has there and create a utopia out of it, pursue his utopia within it. But it just depends how far it spreads. Will he get greedy or not?
Yeah.
I don't even know how Thorfinn starts to try to become king, or if he's not trying to become king, starts to try banning slavery and war without that title.
Well,
I don't even know how you would even start that.
If slavery and war is already commonplace, then like, what are your options?
I mean, you have to become king and ban it. Like that's the only option.
Okay. Guess we'll find out. I can't give it. I can't give away answers.
Or he
Of
becomes
course
a preacher. That's why we saw Ecclesiastes.
What'd you say?
Said, or he becomes a preacher, and that's why we saw Ecclesiastes.
Okay. Thorfinn finds God.
I don't know, dude. I have no idea. It's either okay. There's two roads here for Thorfinn that I see.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It is either find God and preach, like to love thy neighbor and definitely don't enslave him, or any religion for that matter, or massacre everyone until he becomes king.
Well, then how does that go with his current oath of not harming people?
I don't know how else you become king.
I mean, Canute. No one is safe in his eyes. Like no one is safe. He'll do what it takes. Thorfinn, he wants to pursue similar ideals, but without all the killing and
violence,
shit.
Right?
So he has a tougher road. I think
preacher it is.
Okay, I mean, yeah. I guess he'll preach.
It makes sense. Like he's got to find a way to spread his message and ideals. Obviously, being king would be one way to do that. You kind of just make the rules and force everything, but if that's not the case, like being a preacher or something similar would make the most sense.
I don't think you are too far off, but I can't say more.
Okay. I guess we'll have to wait till the next episode. I'm really glad we got to see
if not a
Canute.
preacher, then maybe through his actions, like if he does end up getting in battles, maybe the way like he avoids making thousands of casualties, whereas Canute's just slaughtering everybody. Thorfinn's style is like talking it out or being as passive as possible. And people take note of that and they realize Canute is a cruel king. Then you got this dude who's been working on the farm for 3 years, who's handling business in a completely different way that's not getting people killed.
Yeah. Yeah, I really don't know.
We'll have to find out next time, I think.
I don't know. Unless they have like another 3-year time skip, it could slow back down.
True.
I mean, the current setup right now is, I mean, there Kettle and I'm assuming his sons, along with Canute's party, are in Gelling. Kettle had business, I'm assuming, with King Harold, who is now dead or about to die. So I don't know. That's besides that, we don't really have anything else to go on. Thorfinn and Einar are just kind of have this looming freedom, like this looming upcoming freedom that they're going to be granted. And I mean, they don't. It doesn't seem like they have a full picture of what they want yet. So,
I mean, didn't Kettle say
learn more?
He would grant them freedom when he returns? What if he doesn't return?
Ooh.
Oh.
What happens?
I mean, I guess they're free anyway, unless Thorgil or somebody takes over in his stead. Which you would think Thorgil will be the next in line to take over if Kettle dies. It's not going to be Olmar.
Now, is Kettle... what exactly is Kettle? Is he the king of something?
Kettle is just...
Or just a very well-off businessman, in terms of farming.
I don't know if he has any granted status, but he simply I guess, is a farm owner. He owns a lot of land. He's probably a very rich man compared to everyone else in the country. So the fact that he has a meeting with the king, I want to assume, maybe I'm wrong, he has some like amount of status to where he's respected and recognized by leaders of the country.
Right.
So I don't know.
Hopefully he doesn't die, man. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. What if he doesn't come back? And they're always...
What if he doesn't come back?
I mean, they'd have to break out, like, but I don't know. We'll have to figure it out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, if you enjoyed our discussions, please drop a like and subscribe. It does mean a lot and it does help out. Check out our other videos and check out our Patreon if you want more content. We have full-length reactions and early access of some series for up to 2 weeks. Check out our socials, Discord as well. Come talk to us. With all that being said, we'll see you in the next one and have a good one.
See ya.